So what Freewell did here is they basically took apart your classic filters and put them back together again in a completely different way. So what I'm putting on now is a one-stop ND filter. It's magnetic. And right here, I'm sticking on 2 to 5 variable neutral density filter. Let's put it down to 5 stops, which is actually 6 stops, plus the one-stop base filter. It's all filmed at 25 frames, 100 ISO, 1/50th, looking pretty good. This is the 6 to 9 variable ND filter. At 6 stops plus a stop with the base, it looks pretty clean and well exposed. What I'm going to do now is put on a mist base. Look how yummy and soft and filmic, cinematic that looks. It's stunning. Now I'm going to keep the base filter and twist the CPL. It goes crazy. Don't do that. What I'm doing here is putting the 2 to 5 VND on top of a graduated ND filter. It does absolutely nothing, as you can see me spinning it. I will tell you it does later in this film. Don't believe me, only the CPL works. This is the ND32 CPL in the same conditions. It does a pretty good job, no base glass. When it comes to sharpness with this filter system, I haven't noticed any loss in quality. Pixel peeping as much as I did, everything was very sharp and very clear. The mist you get in the system has got an ND in it, as you can see. The clear one is the original 1/8 magnetic mist from Freewell. We can compare the 1/4 because I have that as well. So this is the 1/8, this is the 1/4. 1/8 in the system, and once again 1/4. There's a little bit of a difference. So today we're talking about the world's first versatile magnetic VND system by Freewell. Comes in a simple box like this, and inside you're going to have a nice pouch like this, which has a few different inserts where you can put in the filter system. That's really great, appreciated. I am a huge fan of filters. I'm a huge fan of getting stuff in camera and not playing around later in post. It just feels a little bit more real, and I like making sure everything's planned, prepared, and it's done in camera. Makes me feel better. This system is great. I got it about a month and a half, 2 months ago. This is not a sponsored video, however, they did send me the product. I've been loving it. It means that I have a few less filters in my bag instead of having a whole bunch of filters inside my bag. And they're very quick and they work very nicely with absolutely no problems. This is a crowdfunder, by the way. So if you want to pick them up, they're going to cost you $300 for the first 1,000. $350 for the next 2,000, and after that it's going to cost you $400. To pick up this set separately, it would cost you between $700 and $800, so you're basically getting it for half price and half the size. You can only pick it up as a set, you can't pick up the various parts separately, and it's a completely aluminium magnetic glass system, no crap around it. We'll start off by showing you, it's just me here, I don't know. This is like the bottom. This is the actual base ring that you have right here. And what you do is you screw off your filter first, so there is no vignetting. By the way, this whole system, it won't vignette from about 16, 7 millimeters. What is wrong with me today? 17 millimeters and up. So do make sure you take off your existing filter so you don't get any vignetting, and you also don't, stick them together and will never be able to pry them apart. So we have the base ring right there. Now we have the choice of 2 different base glasses that they give us, and they look like this. One of them is obviously, there's a filter. One of them is a VND right here, and it's a one-stop VND. And the other one is a mist. It's a 1/8 mist. And they're pretty cool. And they're magnetic, so you basically align the Freewell sign with the Freewell notch inside, put it in, and there you go. VND base. Fantastic. Now, you don't want one stop, you want a bit more. So they have 2 filters. One is a 2 to 5, and the other one is a 6 to 9. There you go. See? Great. So we're going to stick on the 2 to 5 with the 2 to 5 facing us, but on the edge, the red edge of the actual base ring, you're going to find the A, and then you're going to find the A on your ring. There you go, and it's clicked. That basically means that you now have a filter with hard stops. So your filter right there, your 2 to 5 has hard stops. You know where it stops. You're not going to get any ugly, X going on. So that's great. You want a bit more, you'll stick on the 6 to 9. Once again, you're going to look for the A, you're going to look for the A on here, and you can actually just spin it around until it kind of clicks in. There we go. And now we have a 6 to 9. Superb. Right, that's not the end of it. We can take out the VND base, and we can stick in the mist base and put the 2 to 5 stop, click it round, and we have a VND X mist 2 to 5. We also have a VND X mist 6 to 9. So once again, I normally just stick it on and wait for it to kind of click in, and there we go. 6 to 9 VND X mist. Fantastic stuff. That isn't where it ends. That is not where it ends. If you take out both base glasses and you get this 2 to 5 and you flip it around, what do you have? A CPL. Oh my gosh. CPL. And it's just spinning and spinning and spinning, and you can control your reflections, the blue in the sky. It's how did you guys do it? In fact, I don't want to know. It's magic. Take that off and say that's not enough. The 6 to 9, flip it around. What do we have? ND32 and CPL. Damn. Just damn. And the cool thing is, the icing on the cake is this. I don't know if you guys could see that. That right there, look. They made a filter cap. That's magnetic, sorry. I do have to say one thing. You have to flip over your extra filter so that the VND is facing up, and then you can click it, or else the magnets will push each other away. It's mind-blowingly awesome. Not only that, but if you're like me and you're a fan of Freewell VNDs and Freewell filters, and you have a couple of their magnetic filters already. I've got the Glow Mist Quarter, 8th, the GND09, the ND1000, and the CPL. Say you just want to go absolutely crazy, and you want to use the GND09. So if you guys know what GND is, it's right there. So you can see that. Graduated filter. Take off the magnetic part. Boom. Spin it around. And now we have, as you can see, a graduated neutral density filter inside. And we're going to take the 6 to 9 stop and put it on top. So whilst editing this, I did realize I said you could use existing Freewell magnetic filters with the VND system. You can't. You can only use it with the CPLs in the VND system. I must have been tired. I must have not known what I was talking about. Obviously gone crazy, loco, all that stuff. Sorry about that. Only CPL filters. So the CPL, ND32, you can be used with old magnetic filters from Freewell. I do have one thing that I hope Freewell take into consideration, and that is, could they make a quarter mist for this system as well? That would be pretty cool. Even if you could buy it separately, that is something I'd buy just to get that little bit more bloom. Back to Phil. He knows what he's talking about. He really does, except for that one thing. Boom. So you can use all existing Freewell magnetic filters. However, these are a little bit tricky to get out because these probably aren't made for this. I mean, these ones that come with the actual system have got this kind of fingernail here, so you can put your fingernail and pop it out. Here you need to use a bit of, leverage to get it out. So it is backwards compatible with the whole magnetic Freewell VND, MIST, GND, CPL system, everything. Now for the CPL to work, by the way, you cannot have a base in it at all, or else it will change color temperature. It will go orange, blue, orange, blue. So if you put in one of these guys with the CPL and you put the CPL on top and you start spinning, you're going to see it go from orange to blue, orange to blue, orange to blue, orange to blue. So you cannot have anything in there whilst you have the CPL on top. That's like just in case you're like, ooh, what's going on there? So you can't have anything on top with the CPL. The CPL either works by itself or with the CPL ND32, which is fantastic that they thought of that, and it's amazing. I still don't get it. It's magic. It's magic. Anyway, so these are oil-proof, waterproof, dust-proof, and scratch-resistant. So basically a whole load of stuff. And if you're asking, by the way, if you can put a lens hood on top of it, I'm afraid you can't because it is wider than the actual lens. That's a shame. This is an 82mm, by the way, right here. They do come in different sizes. It comes in the 58, 62, 72, 77, 82, and 95mm. If you need a different size, you can get yourself step-up rings and that will help you out. Is it a good system? Yeah, it's awesome. I've been using it. Like I say, I basically just, you pop everything in here. Right there. Right there. Right there. And that's it. You are away. Freewell, thanks for this. It's definitely something I can recommend. It's definitely something I'm going to carry on using. Any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you do feel like buying it, there is an affiliate link for the crowdfunding down there that's going to help me out in this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because there's going to be a whole load more funky stuff coming. Definitely something about the magnetic Freewell system, which is just superb, and I love using it because it's so fast. You basically just stick it on and you're done. Maybe my head did need a little bit of that just to level out the light on my forehead, huh? Anyway, that was a big clap. My hands hurt.